Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about letting go of feeling ready. And everything in life is a balance, right? I know that there's some videos where I'm just like, don't do things if you don't feel like you're ready, and I still do believe that and I still do preach that. But on the other hand too, what I am coming to realize is that waiting to feel ready is a scam, and waiting to feel ready will literally just keep you in the same place. Like, the more people that I talk to, the more interviews that I watch, and just like the more life that I live, I'm really starting to understand that you will never feel ready. And sometimes when you have a vision, I think I saw Mark Zuckerberg say this in an interview or something. He's just like, when you have a vision, it's not going to be complete. It's not going to be the final product. Like, you're continuously going to work on it, but the hump that you need to get over is taking that first step and just making it exist first. And I really resonate with that. And like, there's been some things that I've been purchasing and looking at, and just, I follow a lot of people online who create things and who have their own businesses, and I like to support in different ways. And what I'm coming to realize is that the things that they create aren't perfect either. And I'm not saying that from a judgmental aspect or trying to rag on them, but I'm literally just saying that they understand that part of the creative process is making something exist first and then trying to perfect it later, or trying to build upon it and make it better later. And I think that that's perfectly okay. And I wish more people would realize that from the creative aspect and also from the consumer aspect, because not everything is going to be perfect. Like, even these large companies that have existed for decades and decades and decades are still trying to perfect their craft, still trying to perfect their products. So I wish sometimes that we would show the same grace to ourselves when we're trying something new, or when we're thinking about embarking on a new journey, because it can feel like a lot of pressure, like especially with social media and just how things are. Sometimes it feels like you need to have all of your ducks in a row and everything together and think of every possible scenario and every possible outcome before you're even allowed to tell people about things that you're doing, or before you're allowed to do certain things. And again, take this with a grain of salt. Like, if you're, let's say, trying to become a financial advisor, obviously don't take on people or take on clients if you're really not ready, if you don't actually have the knowledge. But what I'm saying is, like, you can only do so much preparation until you really need to like get in the field. And yeah, that's just something that I've been thinking about, because I have a lot of things that I want to start and a lot of things that I want to do. And I constantly have this voice in my head that wants to stop me, saying like, well, you're not ready. Well, you need to do this, you need to do that. And it's just like, I will never feel ready. And like, even if all the stars aligned and everything was perfect, I'm sure that I would still think of an excuse or still think of a reason to not start. And that really just comes out of fear and not trusting in yourself and not believing in yourself. So that's something that I know that I'm going to work on now. Just like, not even with like creating things to gain a profit, but even just with like relationships, with friendships, with things that I want to do for myself. I find myself stopping myself. I'm just like, oh, I'm not ready to, go out because I haven't lost this much weight. Or I'm like, okay, I'm not ready to establish friendships because I'm still closed off and I'm still, and it's just like, the only reason why I'm still these things is because I keep telling myself I am still these things. And it's like, you have to get over that fear factor, and you have to get over just wanting everything to be perfect. And I saw a quote sorry, y'all. I saw a quote not too long ago too, where it was like, no one knows your past, or like, when you meet new people or when you try new things and experience new things, they don't know the things that you've been through. They don't know how many times you've dropped the ball. They don't know how many times you've messed up. They don't know what you've done wrong. And like, you should really use that to your advantage. It's like, when you try something new or have new experiences, sometimes the only thing stacking up all the errors in your mind is just you. It's not like, you meet new people and they're like, okay, I wonder how Alexis has messed up, or I wonder how she's done this, or I wonder how she's done that. And like, if they are, that's weird. But, you can really start anew and start fresh, like at any moment throughout the day. And we've been conditioned not to do that, of course. But sometimes I'll go through ebbs and flows and like understanding that. And it feels really good. And it's just like, like, okay, I'm not completely misaligned, or it's like I can really try new things and not have to be 100% ready. And again, take this with a grain of salt. Like, there's certain scenarios where you do need to have some type of preparation or some type of background, but I feel like with a lot of things you can really just wing it and go. And that's what so many people have been doing. And it's been like beautiful to see in the online space, just people like literally taking a chance, people starting from zero, people being like thousands of dollars in debt and still going after their dream and not letting it hold them back. And that's something that I want to cultivate more of in my life, because again, when I have been in positions to where it's like, I'm set up, I'm good, I'm secure. I still didn't move. So it's just like, if you didn't move when everything was perfect or when you felt ready or when you should have been the most ready, then what makes you think you're going to move now? You know? So that's just what I'm thinking of right now, you guys. And I would love to hear your opinion on this too. Like, is there something in your life that you're really not ready for, but you know that you're actually ready for, or something that you're not ready for, but you know, hey, I got to move anyway. I got to make moves, and I'm going to trust and believe in myself that it's going to work out. Like, if you feel that way too, if you have something like that, I would love to hear it, and I would love to talk about it in the comments. I read every single one of my comments. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and for liking. Make sure that you comment, that you subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the next video. Bye.